Hello everyone, Saf Tech Reviews back here with another video, and there's a lot of people wondering, will the Steam Deck run Rust? Well, let's find out. So I have Rust here installed on the Steam Deck, and we can simply give it a go and see if it actually runs on the Steam Deck. So one interesting thing with Steam and Steam games is you can actually go into an option within Steam and modify the layout and actually make a game that only uses a cursor and a keyboard or a mouse and a keyboard to use the actual controls. So you could just set that in the layout, and you can see that Rust does open up on the Steam Deck, but being that it actually inherently runs Linux in the background, is Rust actually compatible with the Steam Deck when it comes to starting up a game? So you could see here, I mean, Rust fires up just fine, and we're in the main menu here, but let's wait till this loads up here and see if it actually works. So the menu here is loading. Rust is a pretty heavy game, so it does take some time to actually get it to start up here. But yeah, let's be patient here. Alright, so Rust has started here, and as you can see, we can use the cursor here on the right hand side and select play. And let me pick a server. It doesn't have a lot of players, so it can load faster and has some decent ping, so let's give this server a shot here, right? So let's see, it seems to be attempting to join that server. So interestingly, it doesn't work. The issue is with the anti-cheat protection client. I don't think it works, or I don't think it gets installed on the Steam Deck, the one they're using. So whenever you attempt to connect to a server, it doesn't work. It attempts to start loading, it attempts to start connecting you to that server, but the game actually never ends up loading. So I'm just retrying here to show you. It is trying to reattempt that connection there, but it doesn't seem to be successful. So as you can see, it just jumped back to this menu, so it can't really load Rust, so I will just quit out of that. And let's take a look at the ROG Ally and see if that one can actually do it. So I'm going to pull the ROG Ally here, as you can see, and I will fire up Rust. So one thing you will notice is the ROG Ally does seem to run things a lot faster than the Steam Deck. This is probably due to it having better hardware in terms of performance, really. So it does go to a higher TDP, and it does actually run things at a higher frame rate compared to the Steam Deck. Another thing to note here is the ROG Ally is running full Windows 11, if you've seen my other video. So in theory, this should run Rust with no issues. But I did want to, put this video out there for anyone who's wondering, maybe you like both handheld consoles and you really want to try to play Rust on the go, and you want a console that does that. I think this will be the answer for that, right? The ROG Ally is pretty good when it comes to compatibility, since it's running full Windows 11. And again, as I mentioned in my other video, the Steam Deck, you can install Windows 11 on the Steam Deck, or Windows in general, and you can tweak around with it. But again, I am talking about out-of-the-box experience, and I do not know how well it will actually end up running. So let me take out this real-time monitor menu just so it doesn't crowd things. Pull the volume down here. Alright, so I'll just reduce the game volume, and let me try to join this server, for example. Alright, so it's connecting to that server, and it is loading. So as you can see, it is loading the assets in. I will cut to once it's done loading here. And again, you can actually configure the controls within Steam. You can pick some layouts that some people have pre-made for Rust. I have already selected one on here to use with Rust. So let me cut over here once this is done loading. And we're back. As you can see, it actually did end up loading, and we're in the game. And you can see I'm actually playing Rust on the ROG Ally. The frame rate is not great right now, so maybe I need to push the TDP up to either performance or turbo mode. So once that's pushed up, and I can also turn the real-time monitor on if we want to see the frame rate. And you can see now it's running at 45 FPS. So yeah, the Steam Deck can't run Rust, but the ROG Ally seems to be able to run it. I mean, you can't really see much of what's going on just because it's nighttime within the game. But if you can see, if I switch to my torch here, I'm not sure what keys were set, but let me try to play around with that a bit. So that takes it out. There we go. So as you can see, I mean, it's running pretty smoothly for a handheld. Keep in mind, this game is very resource intensive, and I mean, the ROG Ally can run it if you just download that shortcut. I'm sure you won't be playing like competitively, you know, and getting headshots left and right as you're playing, you know, or, you know, easily controlling an AK with this, but you can definitely have some fun, you know, mine resources, do some in-game stuff on the ROG Ally, and you'll be totally fine. I mean, it can run the game. Yeah, I just really wanted to show this because it is a very interesting comparison. It's one of the reasons I also really prefer the Ally for some more intensive games, is because of that performance bump. But yeah, here it is, and let me know if you'd like to see any other videos. Thank you, everyone.